I'ma burn it all to the ground, make sure the whole world feel it. That's just how I'm feeling.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire?
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first down carry for Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
49, 49 to Mo, 49 to Mo. Keep it up, defense, keep it up. Hey! 49 to Mike, watch 49.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Titans offense set to begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Pushing his way through. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 82 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Tannehill's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down at 4. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Titans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Two minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. Four yards remain for second down. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. KJ Hamler returning it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my own count.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Hey! Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 8 coming up. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
right, Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
That's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter. That was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Tannehill. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That swung out to Mostert.
give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Again to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running from the gun with Henry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
56,
now it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Nagar's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll set up to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trucks over him, runs through the contact, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Give him 32 on the play. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking deep for Julio. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Throwing, Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there at 22. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll give Henry another shot. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. Here's Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Nagar's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tennessee, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit